Hello everyone, my name is Juliette Fritschi from Pole Walking Australia, and this is my very first online video of my 20-minute Standing with Poles exercise program. So the first thing you need is a pair of Activator poles or urban poles. It doesn't really matter as long as they're stable. Second thing is a nice stable surface to exercise on. And the third thing, which is very important, is please ensure that you are medically stable enough to do a standing exercise program for 20 minutes. Not just medically stable, so you should have no what they call contraindications to doing exercises, but also safe. So a good rule of thumb for safety in exercises is if you can balance without any aid, like a walker or crutches, and also that you can walk for 20 minutes, say, without any other assistance. So that being said, let's get going. We're going to start with just some warming up. So what I'm doing is just lifting my heels and keeping my toes on the ground and going left and right and left and right. I get my lefts and rights mixed up a bit, so please excuse me if I do. And now we're going to just add in the poles. So you should have, so when my left heel comes up, my right pole goes out. When my right heel comes up, my left pole goes out. The poles should be, you should just have a very light grip, but you should be feeling the ledge of your poles. So this is just bringing the arms into it a little bit, getting a little bit of exercise, movement of your ankles, movement of your shoulders, elbows, and there we go. Okay, so let's then go heel out and back. Heel out, heel, heel. Heel, heel. Let's bring the arms in, opposite arm, opposite leg, opposite arm, opposite leg. You should be quite steady with this. And now we're going to go marching on the spot. Left and right. Bring your knees up as far as you feel comfortable doing. All of these exercises should be pain-free, and you should only go as far as your joints allow you to do. Okay, we're going to add opposite arm, opposite leg. So I've slowed down my walking a little bit. I'm lifting the opposite arm with opposite leg. This gives you actually quite a good cardiac workout. Up and down. Okay, we've warmed up enough. We're going to go now out and in. Touch the poles in, bring them out. Touch the poles in, bring them out. My feet are about hip width apart, so I'm nice and stable on the floor. Out and in. Okay, we've had a nice warm up. Good, we're going to do a little bit of strengthening work now, starting with our ankles and our calves. So first up, make sure you've got your hands on the shelf of your poles, and we're going up onto our balls of our feet and down. Up and down. You should be as steady as this. Nice and slow and controlled. If you find that you're wobbling as you come up like that, just don't go as far. But it is about being slow. It's not about doing it quickly. It's about coming up and down in a slow and controlled manner. Okay, we're going to add heels in. Here's how you add your heels in. Poke your chin out, lift your toes up. Then we can go up on our toes, and then heels, poke your chin out and up. If you don't poke your chin out, you'll go backwards. So you'll lose your balance. So you need to counterbalance those heels by poking your bottom out and poking your chin out. So we're going up on your toes, heels, toes. Make sure you've got that support of your poles. The poles shouldn't be coming up. You should be pushing down. Lovely. Okay, we're going to do 2 different levels of exercise for strengthening your hip. The first one is going out. We're going out to the side. I'm pointing my toe straight ahead. I'm not pointing it to the side. I'm touching it, so most of my weight is on my left foot, and then I'm bringing it in. And then I'm going to the other foot, pointing my toe, touching it to the floor, and back in. So this is level 1, touch out, back in, touch out, back in, touch out, back in, touch out, back in. Level 2 is lift. So if you find that level 1's nice and easy, you can do it with a little leg lift. Again, my toe is facing the front, it's not facing the side. That's wrong, that's right. So I'm doing alternate right and left. If you're doing this on your own, you can do 10 on the right, 10 on the left. That makes it a little bit harder. This is left and right. Okay, now I'm going to turn on the side and we're going to do hip extension. So level 1, touch your toe out behind you and you keep your knee straight. So it's not this, it's this with your knee straight. Left and then right. Left and then right. Level 2, if you find that that's not challenging enough for you, is a little bit up. Again, you're not doing this. You're doing straight knee, and I'm only lifting it about 1 centimetre. So I'm going back a little bit, and you can see I don't go very far. If I'm starting to do this, I'm going too far. So it's just a little bit out, a little bit behind, but keep your knees straight. Okay, we'll do another couple, and we're back in the middle. Okay, so that was our hips and our ankles. Let's do some arm exercises. So, pole, boot. The top of the pole and the boot of the pole are together, and you're holding them at about hip width apart, and you're bringing them up to your shoulders. Okay, first one, and don't go further than your shoulder allows. You might get some muscle soreness with this, but you shouldn't get pain in your shoulders. So the first one we're going to do is push-outs. And we're going to do 10 because I want you to feel how it feels. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you should be feeling that in your shoulders a little bit. Give yourself a little bit of a loosen up and a stretch. A shake, not a stretch. Okay, had a bit of a rest. Back up to your shoulders. We're going to do some spirals. This is how you do spirals. Little circles, just little circles at chest height, and then you make them bigger. So you're going bigger, 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 till you're doing as big a circle as you can comfortably do. When you get to a nice big circle, you start to make it smaller. That's it. Smaller, keep the control, smaller, back in the middle. We're going to go the other way now. Small circle, let's start with a small circle. And then we're getting bigger, bigger. Keep your elbows in so you're not poking your elbows out. We're going around, They should be nice and big now. You've probably got them as large as you can, so now we're going smaller, smaller, smaller. Keep the control, and back to the middle. Good. Okay, let's go back to our legs. We're going to do a little bit of coordination now. So we're going to do some stepping. Let's do some weight shifting first. So feet hip width apart. Make sure you've got nice stable poles. This is called belly button balance. So we're going from side to side, but we're not moving our shoulders, we're moving our belly button. So you're moving your belly button over to, I'm moving it to my right ankle, over my right ankle, and then back in the middle. Then over and above my left ankle, back in the middle. Over to my right ankle, back in the middle. So you can see my shoulders are actually moving a fair bit, but it's my whole body. So my hips are shifting and my shoulders are shifting one side to the other. This is really good because it teaches you how far you can go before you lose your balance. Going over, hold your balance, use the poles to support you, and then over the other way. I'm actually lifting the heel of the foot that I'm going away from. I just don't have the range not to lift my heel. Now we're going to do that in a stepping motion. So here I am, just as if I've taken a little step. My feet are not in front of each other, they're a little bit to the side, so they are diagonal. So we're doing that belly button balance again, coming forwards onto your front foot, backwards and diagonally backwards onto your back foot. So when I come forwards onto the front foot, my back heel comes off. When I go backwards, my front toe comes off. So I'm going, and my whole belly button is moving, so my whole body is moving forwards, and then my whole body is moving backwards. I'm not actually moving my feet at all. I'm not lifting them up at all, just the front of the foot and the back of the foot, but I'm not stepping. Okay, use your poles to support you. And now big step back. And then I'm now going to my left foot in front, forward, so my belly button is over my left ankle, back. Lift my front toe up, lift my back heel up as I come forwards. Back, front, back, front, back, front. Okay, now we're going to do stepping. So this is going to be stepping forwards, stepping backwards. So step forwards, I've lifted up my back heel a little bit, step back to the center, step backwards, step to the center. Step forward with my right foot, step to the center, step back, step to the center. And now we're going to do left foot, forwards, center, backwards, center, forwards, center. You can feel your weight shifting. And now we're going to do right foot forwards, center, back, center, and left foot forwards, center. It should be a nice, easy, comfortable step. Center, right foot again, forwards, easy step, back in the middle, backwards, keep your balance. You should be fairly secure with your balance with this, but you should feel yourself shifting. Okay, now we're going to do coordination. So, think about that first one that we did, which was step forward and center. So let's do that a few times. Step forward, center, step forward, center. We're going to add in the left pole. So that's my right foot. I'm going to put my left pole out and then bring it back. Left pole out, bring it back. Left pole out, bring it back. Now I'm going to do right pole and back. Right pole, just placing it down. So I'm just doing out and in, out and in. So it's out and in. Let's do it alternate. Right and left, left and right. Right and left, left and right. This is really good brain training. Right and left, left and right. Okay, now we're going to add right foot, lift your left hand, and then bring them both back. Left foot, lift your right hand, bring it back. Right foot, lift your left hand, bring it back. Left foot, lift your right hand, bring it back. So it's right and left, and left and right, and right and left, and left and right. We'll do it one more time. Right and left, and left and right. Well done. Okay, let's do a couple of squats. I'm going to show you how to do squats properly with your poles. Put your feet hip width apart, poles in front of you, arms straight. So it's very important only to go as far as your knees let you go. Keep your arms straight, poke your bottom out a little bit, bend your knees and lower your bottom. And keep your arms straight. So as poke your bottom, bend your knees, push your poles out and up. Poke your bottom, bend your knees and up. If your knees only bend that far, that's as far as you go. Otherwise you're just doing this. And that's really not helping your knees at all. So it's poke your bottom out a little, bend your knees so your bottom lowers, and then come up. Poke your bottom out, bend your knees, and up. Keep your arms straight. And up, and one more for luck. Poke your bottom, bend your knees, arms straight, and up. Don't look down, stay looking up. Okay, let's do a couple of stretches to finish with. You're doing great. So, calf stretch. Heel on the ground, you're doing a step, but your back foot is on the ground. If you find that you're losing your balance, hang on to a fixed surface, but if you can do it just with your poles, then do. So, my heel is on the ground, my back heel is on the ground, my knee is straight. And what I do is keep that heel on the ground, the knee straight, and then I just come forward onto my front bent knee, and I hold. And then I count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Left foot, heel on the ground, back knee is straight. Come forward on your front knee, keep the heel on the ground, knee straight, and count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of shoulder stretching just to finish with. So, poles out in front, feet nice and straight, and we're going out, stretch out, chest up, nice and tall, and come back in, And again, stretch out, nice and tall. Come back in. Put your poles left to right, right to left, and just put them behind your back. Gives your shoulders a bit of a stretch backwards, it makes you stand really straight and tall, and it just gives you a nice overall postural stretch. So that's a really nice one to do. There should be no pain with these exercises. Okay, well that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and stay tuned and we'll see if we can continue on with another pole program in a little while. All the best. Bye.